I'm going to tell you something that's not simply messy. So hold on, people. The turmoil is what causes reality TV producers to start dancing joyfully. Imagine this. One of Love and Hip Hop's power couples bursts into a full-on WWE pay-per-view. In the middle of an upmarket Atlanta lounge when you're out enjoying a laid-back evening while drinking your pricey cocktail. Social media is exploding, phones are out, and cameras are rolling. That's precisely what happened with Mendeecees seeing Yandy and the video. It's gone more viral on TMZ than a Kardashian scandal. Honey, here's the crucial query though. Would cause Mendy to see push. I've seen it all, Mr. Smooth Operator. To lose it so badly that, like a toddler denied chocolates at Target, security had to pull him out screaming and kicking. There is a third party involved in this small romantic triangle, according to rumors. You'll be surprised to learn that it's someone you know. The internet is on fire. The receipts are now leaking, and Yandy's Queen Composure herself has finally spoken up. In other words, this is more than just drama. So get some popcorn. This marks the beginning of the history of reality TV. Let's establish the scene. People, because they will swear it's a real world of love and cool in the sparkling, chaotic, completely written hop. Some names come with additional baggage. Mendeecees Harris and Yandy Smith Harris. The pair, who have been pitching us ride-or-die romance like it's a lifetime membership, are inscribed in the Mount Rushmore of messy reality TV history. They have served as We've Been Through It All's poster children for years. You are familiar with the plot, the emotional jail visits, the legal drama, the cheating rumors that were quickly dismissed, and the numerous scenes in which Yandy looks off into the distance as if she were trying out for a depressing music video. They've survived commercial conflicts, legal battles, and numerous awkward cast reunions where a knife could be used to ease tension. And they have maintained that brand throughout it all. Strong business, strong couple, and powerful plot. The problem with power couples, however, is this. They don't simply disintegrate as they come apart. Instead, they explode like a supernova, bringing down everyone within their blast radius. And on this fateful night in Atlanta, it is precisely what took place. Imagine it. Dim lighting, a plush lounge, and the sound of soothing R&B buzzing through the speakers. It's the kind of location where you half expect to see a reality TV star. It's pretending she doesn't notice the paparazzi and a rapper in one corner conducting business. Yandy enters sporting a brand new designer gown that might still have its price tag hanging on it. Mendy notices a new collection with a clean jacket that looks just as successful. Entrepreneur, according to his Instagram account. Here's the issue, though. From the beginning, the vibrations were off. Witnesses told us that Yandy's face was tighter than her contour line. And yes, we are calling them witnesses because this was essentially a murder scene for love. Mendy was hooked to his phone as if it contained the Fountain of Youth's coordinates while he watched. Tension, no laughter, no hand-holding. Then, yes, the trigger was pulled. Come on, Scrappy. At Scrappy, indeed. Rapper, veteran of reality TV, and a man whose name has been associated with more turmoil than a reunion of the Real Housewives. As you may recall, Mendeecees and Scrappy have always maintained the attitude that we're smiles for the shade of the cameras behind the scenes. Cool, but not really a vibe. Mendy's entire attitude changed when Scrappy walked into their VIP area and gave Yandy a hug, not just a courteous church embrace, mind you, but one of those lingering full-body, I know you hugs. His smile fell like a poor stock market, according to one source. They weren't exaggerating when they said that you could see the storm building in his eyes. Yandy leaned over and whispered something to Mendy after Scrappy had left the table. No one heard her words exactly. It lighted the fuse, though. Whatever it was, he forcefully banged his glass. Thus, we're doing that right now. He lost his temper. It was at this point that Yandy's Ice Queen energy truly showed. Calm, controlled, and lethal. She simply sat back, sipped her drink, and remarked, "I don't know what you're talking about." Naturally, this only made matters worse. Standing tall and looming over the table, Mendy visibly raised her voice. Yandy, don't toy with me. Don't sit here and pretend you have no idea what's happening. The line was then audible throughout the lounge. Why don't you ask Scrappy if you're so pressed? Well, let's be honest now. That can be taken in only one way, and none of them are good. According to witnesses, Mendy's face became scarlet. His voice trembled as he bent down. What on earth is that meant to mean? Without missing a beat, Yandy simply grinned and remarked, I think you know exactly what it means. At that point, security began to pay special attention. He had trembling hands. He grabbed her arm, hard enough to stop and stare at everyone within 10 feet, but not hard enough to damage her. Yandy pulled back her arm. Keep your hands off of me. Then there was an explosion. The entire table is flipped, as Mendy observes. Glasses broke, bottles tumbled to the ground. Credulous, a server dropped their tray. There was mayhem. So pure. Is the chaos that a hip-hop and love producer most likely wept a single happy tear someplace? As he shouted over the commotion, security hurried in and attempted to drag him back. Who do you think you are, anyway, Yandy? Do you believe you can fool Yandy and me? She simply kept smiling and said it again. Perhaps you ought to ask Scrappy. It resembled dousing a campfire with gasoline. Mendy saw Dee being pulled toward the entrance by security. Can you guess who entered? You're correct, Scrappy. As if he had simply stepped, leaving a music video shoot, totally unconcerned about the yelling match he was entering. Mendy saw him right away. It's him, isn't it? You've been seeing Scrappy behind my back, he yelled. Yandy did not refute it either. She didn't dispute it, but she also didn't confirm it. She simply threw out that risky line. Mendy saw the lunge, but security had him detained before he could even take the stairs. Maybe you should have been paying more attention. Scrappy shrugged and concluded, it is what it is, bro. That was it. In an instant, the ideal parafod was broken. There, in the midst of iPhone cameras and neon lights. And if you stop there, it's over. Oh, no. That was only the prelude to what transpired when he was pulled out by security. At that point, the situation truly began to get out of hand. Imagine this. Then, Mendy notices that he's been pulled out of the lounge, like a broken machine, as if they were going to settle this on Celebrity Deathmatch. Roomba was thrashing her arms, shouting half sentences, and still attempting to look Scrappy in the eye. He was pinned by securities. As if wrapping up a brunch date, Yandy smooths down her frock. Oh my goodness, the whole audience is already putting content on Instagram stories. The issue with 2025 is this. A press release is no longer necessary for a controversy that only needs a disorganized caption and 2 seconds of vertical, blurry video. Hashtags like #YanDandyGate, #ScrappySmooch, and my personal favorite, #Mendeecees single quotes, as mad. Were already popular by the time men reached the street. The actual show, however, was taking place behind the scenes as social media was having a field day. According to an unidentified source, whom I will refer to as Lashon since that's what you wanted me to call her, this lounge blow-up was only the beginning. Tension had apparently existed for weeks. Yandy had appeared at several business gatherings with Scrappy. And by business meetings, we mean enjoying iced margaritas while relaxing by the W Hotel's pool. They had no intention of being discreet. 2 days after the lounge incident, Yandy shared a mysterious Instagram story. Lashon told us, I saw them with my own eyes, laughing, touching, ordering room service like they were on vacation. Wasn't a meeting, and then came the bombshell. No tags, white text on a black backdrop. That moment when you realized that the person you were keeping down was only holding you back. Yes, she was well aware of her actions. Her comments section quickly evolved into the hunger. Games Team Yandy is swarming with people. Indeed, Queen, tell the truth. In any case, Andy didn't deserve you. Mendeecees loyalists in the meantime. Remember who kept you relevant as we retaliate? You're not flawless either. Mendy realizes that he wasn't going to remain silent. No, sir. Wearing a sweatshirt and that IV bin betrayed face you only see in Tyler Perry films. He went live on Instagram that same evening, pacing around what appeared to be an Airbnb kitchen that had just been unpacked. Let me tell you something. He started off with that phony composure that indicates someone is going to lose it. Asterisk, though you don't know the whole story. You all believe you know what's happening. I have remained faithful. I've been keeping it in check. And I received this public disdain. My wife is being hugged by a rapper. No, that is not what we are doing. And then, like a man who has been taken over by Patty Leal's ghost, he began by inadvertently exposing DM's grainy screen grabs that were reportedly captured by the camera between Scrappy and Yandy. You never know. Too much idle time. However, the internet declared them to be the best. Twitter took off. I'm watching Yandy play Scrappy's Prince Charming. Mendy sees receipts similar to those from CVS. I can't stomach this being actual life. Therefore, it had better be a plot point. But hold on, because there was more to this tale than sloppy texts and envious husbands. Oh no, we discovered more the deeper we dug. Hotel surveillance footage from the same week, which showed Yandy and Scrappy entering the lobby of the W Hotel at 14 a.m., was discovered by our exclusive investigative team, that is, myself, my phone, and an unhealthy propensity to stalk hashtags. And furthermore, people, you can't even assume that's when business meetings are held. The video shows Scrappy and Yandy sweating and wearing an oversized hoodie, both of them laughing as if they just got away with something. And what do you know? They did, in a sense. Mendy began planning while all of this was happening, at least until the video began making the rounds on TikTok with the description, not the loyal wife pulling up to Scrappy's spot. One insider, let's call him Reggie since he requested that, I not use his real name, said that Mendeecees had been phoning all of our common friends, bloggers, and gossip sites that would listen. His goal is to destroy her. He is disclosing her contracts, publishing her financial information, and even releasing old video from when they weren't yet formally recognized. As anyone who has been following the Petty Olympics knows, Mendeecees is not a newcomer. When another adultery rumor surfaced in 2018, he unintentionally allowed a private phone conversation to be recorded in which Yandy confessed to simply conversing with someone else. But you are aware of how quickly that word might be misinterpreted. But this time, it went beyond simple conversation. This type of public humiliation had the potential to destroy brand partnerships, which is how the money talk began. Rumor has it that Yandy and Mendeecees had a number of joint enterprises, clothing lines, event promotions, and even a few rental homes. This information was gathered via the reality TV grapevine. And the legal tangle over who gets what might make the Amber Heard case if this marriage fails. The trial of Johnny Depp appears to be a civil tea party. It was being devoured by the public. Facts were lagging behind memes. A split screen showing Mendy shouting and Scrappy drinking tea with the tagline, Mendy's menace shows Yandy photoshopped onto Bianchi's apologetic bat video. As tenacious as the Trojan horse being dragged into Mendy's union. As if this circus couldn't get any more extravagant, it did. Photographers saw Yandy and Scrappy leaving an after-party together 2 nights after the explosion, walking very near but not holding hands. You are aware that we are not together, but we may go for a walk later. Within hours, the images appeared on every blog. Mendy notices the answer. There's no better way to express my sadness than to aggressively flex on camera, yelling about how some people don't understand loyalty if it smacks them in the face, and threatening to see Scrappy man-to-man. Therefore, I'm going shirtless for another live net. And this is where we go from a messy drama to a full-fledged reality TV conflict, my dear viewers. because Yandy was subtly making movements that would completely turn this situation upside down while Mendeecees was strutting his stuff online. You'll be forced to reconsider who is actually in charge of this issue after reading her next play. And that's where this video comes in, my friends. In his nude Instagram live, Mendy can be seen pacing, his chest gleaming as though he had just jogged through a bottle of baby oil. The internet is consuming it as if it were the halftime performance for the Super Bowl. She isn't spending any emoji on this dude, though, even though the comments are flooded with "lift your chin, king," and "drop the receipts, Yandy." Not at all. Days after Mendy's most recent collapse, Yandy goes public, but not with another cryptic phrase. Queen Composure is out here, making a move so cold, so planned, that it made Kris Jenner sit up in bed and murmur, "I taught her well, too." Oh no. With a ring light, full glam, and soft piano intro, she arranges an exclusive sit-down interview with a prominent gossip YouTube channel. She spills the tea, and I've gone through a lot of aesthetics. Bad, she begins by letting out a sigh, as if she were carrying the entire planet. "I've always been a private person, but I can't allow others to dictate my story anymore," he continues. Translation: get ready for a half hour of my hubby being ridiculed on tape. Yandy claims that the entire contentious issue is a staged diversion. She says Mendy has been secretive, careless with money, and more concerned with maintaining his reputation than our marriage. Although she doesn't explicitly call it cheating, she does provide enough clues to keep the blogs active over time. Then she takes out the nuclear weapon, seen direct messages. Despite seeing photos, "I chose to remain silent in order to keep our family safe. I was obviously the only one who did that." Boom! Breakdown on the internet. Within an hour, the hashtag Mendeecees exposed becomes popular. And this is the point at which delectable anarchy ensues. 'Cause you recall those joint ventures? Yes. It turns out that Mendeecees was reportedly receiving funds for some highly dubious networking trips from one of them, an event promotion business. A blurry Google Doc someone sent me on Twitter. Thousands of dollars were spent on luxury hotel stays, entertainment, and suspiciously high room service bills, according to documents our investigative team was able to obtain. And just when you think this is all talk, the fictional authorities get involved. The documents read, according to TMZ sources, the IRS is currently investigating the couple's financial situation, according to another rumor website. Love and hip-hop producers are thinking of making this controversy into a spin-off special since it makes sense to make money off of a marriage rather than simply ending it. However, it appears that Mendy is not taking this lightly. He files a defamation notice a day after Yandy's interview, which may or may not be true. He broadcasts a 7-minute video from what looks to be a rented Maserati and Google's "You're going to hear my side too," he continues, his voice trembling. "I'm not angry. I'm simply so dissatisfied that I'm genuinely furious." He accuses Yandy of using the internet as a weapon, says she has been planning this for months, and even makes covertly reveal the book he's working on. In the meantime, the scrappy man is having the time of his life. He posts a mysterious picture of himself on a beach on Instagram. Stays on, holding a coconut drink with the phrase "ain't my fault." Comments from fans are going crazy. Do you want to be the calm person in Yandy's storm? Today, the public is divided into 3 erratic factions. Team Yandy, who considers herself a saint after escaping a poisonous marriage. Team Mendy discovers who claims she is using Scrappy to increase her influence. Team Popcorn doesn't give a damn about who is correct. All they want is more chaos. Oh, and the brands are anxious. Yandy's promotion is subtly halted by a skincare brand until the matter is resolved. Mendy's sneaker collaboration inexplicably vanishes from the company's Instagram account. Rather than flowing, the money taps are trickling. At that point, the true panic begins. Now for the attorneys. At least in the minds of the public, this is the point at which the drama moves from social media to the courthouse. According to Gossip Insiders, Mendy is threatening to sue Yandy for breach of contract over their joint ventures and file for divorce. According to Yandy sources, she has more proof than a Netflix true crime doc, and bury him in documents. Each update is more outrageous than the one before it. At a steakhouse, Mendy is seen meeting a mysterious blonde. Yandy is seen carrying moving boxes at the bank. She getting rid of it? And in keeping with the grand tradition of reality TV scandals, fans are already clamoring for the reunion episode. Some want a boxing ring, some want lie detector tests, and some just want the three of them locked in a room with Wendy Williams. Moderating. However, I just want to thank them because in a world full of dull celebrity breakups and stage paps, this is the kind of chaotic, petty, high-stakes soap opera energy that keeps the internet alive. And that, my friends, is the end of the current chapter in the Mendeecees Yandy scrappy saga. But I have a feeling that this is far from over. So here we are, people. The dust sort of settled, the receipts sort of dropped, and the truth? Well, it's somewhere in between. Mendeecees' suspiciously costly networking trips and Yandy's immaculate lip gloss aside. The real question is, what do you think actually happened that night? Was it an Oscar-worthy performance staged to get them back into the spotlight before the next season's contracts go out? Or was it a genuine lovers blow-up driven by betrayal, jealousy, and expensive cocktails? And let's not forget scrappy Mr. Isn't it my fault for sipping Pilates while chaos reigns? Is he the secret mastermind, an innocent bystander? Or just a man who happened to wander into the wrong VIP section at the wrong time? I want theories. I want conspiracies. I want wild, unverified. If you want to stay ahead of the gossip curve, hit the like button. So hard, Mendeecees files a defamation suit against your mouse. Subscribe and hit the bell because the next chapter in this messy saga could drop any minute. You already know I'll have the fake sources, the shady exclusive leaks, and the most sarcastic play-by-play you didn't ask for. Let's face it, half the fun of a scandal is picking your team and defending them like you're vying for the Iron Throne. In the meantime, keep your beverages cool, your screenshots ready, and your drama radar focused on the next viral clip because in the world of reality TV, the drama never ends.